Haters are gonna hate. That's this video. This video is talking about haters. You're gonna find them anywhere. You're gonna find them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Some are worse than others. Usually, like an open platform like YouTube, the haters are gonna come. And there's different levels of hate. There's like, I've heard it all, by the way. In my 12 years, if you can dream it, I've heard it. Okay. I've had my life threatened all the way down to, I want to slap your face, or you're a horrible person, or whatever. I've heard all the hateful speech. So as you guys know, I've turned my comments off because it was the only way I could shut up the haters. If I can shut up hate, I'll shut it up. I hate to do that to the nice people, but they know they can comment elsewhere. I've approved them for Facebook. I've approved them for Twitter. So the haters can't just start spewing their nastiness. And if you don't have hate and you have a YouTube channel, I'm shocked. Okay, I started getting hate about, I think it was about 100,000. Now there's different people. There's people who critique you. They'll always, you'll have to deal with that all the time. Oh, you flipped the egg wrong. Oh, that looks raw. It doesn't look raw. It looks smoked. It's totally different. It has a redness because it was smoked. Most people don't know what they're talking about, but some people can give you some constructive criticism. So if you've done something wrong, like I was piping whipped cream into a bag and somebody said, Jack, you're doing it wrong. You put it in a glass and then you fill it with your frosting for the cake, and then you frost your cake with it. You fill a piping bag that way. That was great. So here's the rule. If the speech, whatever their comment is hateful, it's racist, it's hurtful, and it does nothing to the bottom line of your video. It doesn't help the video in any way, shape, or form. It's just put there to hurt you. Then I just ban the person. You can block the person, okay? But there's a fine line between hate and then censoring people. If people say, Jack, you're fat, okay? If you just put that, I'll probably block you. But if you say, Jack, you're probably fat because, you have diabetes because you eat burgers and pizza and tacos and you've made some bad food choices, that's more loving and that's more freedom of speech to me. So I try not to block people. I mean, I'm not the perfect guy. So you got to realize that don't censor people if they're giving you a critique, a critical, but it's done in love and explanation. And if they're just like, Jack, you're fat, well, you're getting blocked. All right. But if you say, Jack, you're fat, like I showed you, then let them just leave the comment. It shows a lot. If you can have comments that go both ways, it shows respect to everybody. I tried not to censor people when I had a comment section. Now I had so many nastiness. And what happens is, I have people all the time. Why are your comments off? Why are your comments off? Why'd you turn the comments off? When nasty people get on first, there were people who would just show up and thumb down your video. It does nothing. Thumbing down your video doesn't affect your video, doesn't affect it from showing anywhere, doesn't rank it. It does nothing. Ratings on videos are useless. I turn those off. But when like three nasty people, let's say the first comment is, oh, you suck. And then the second one is, your cooking is horrible. And the third one is, that food looked raw. Okay, I guarantee you, if there's nice people, they jump on the bandwagon. And the whole comment section turns to trash. So they set the tone, which you're able to pick which comment you want pinned to the top. You can grab a nice, beautiful compliment and pin it to the top if you want. And that's what I was doing. So I didn't set the tone for everybody who came to my video. And it was funny because there'd be like 4,000 thumb downs and like 1,000 thumb ups on the ratings. And people are like, this was a fine video. This was a great smoking meat video or a deer video or whatever. And then they're like, why is there so much hate? It's funny. Why is there so much hate? Why is there so much hate? And then I turn off the comments because there's so much hate. And people are like, why'd you turn the comments off? I'm like, I've explained it a million times. It's been off since the beginning of 2019, which you guys don't realize. It's been off for over a year. And I'll tell you, when you get that big, people start spamming your comment section, trying to sell products in your comment section. It's just a mess. And then the reason I stopped, one of the last straw, was when YouTube demonetized not one of my videos, but a friend of mine. He could make money on his video because the comment section said something about children, about it was disgusting. But they demonetized his video because it wasn't advertiser friendly. When my comment section affects my income or my comment section affects my business, you're gone. And that was it. Best decision I ever made. Didn't affect my viewership, didn't affect my subscribers, didn't affect my income. In fact, when I turned the ratings off, they flipped. And you could still rate a video, but it doesn't show up. And but I can see it behind the scenes, and I saw that the numbers of thumbs up went up and the thumbs down went down and all that. I can see those numbers. So anyway, listen, everybody's going to get haters. So you get different haters, different levels. So if you're under 100,000, you get a lot of critique haters. Okay, when you get above 100,000, you get people like now. I want to talk about situations. Okay, there's a lot of people there that. Let me tell you why there are haters, okay? You have some kids who weren't raised properly, weren't loved properly. I'm just making up a scenario, okay? There's so many different situations. So you can't take it personally when hate flies your way because you got to ask yourself, what is the story? You never know the story. You never know. This could be a little boy in Iran that, he doesn't have his parents anymore. And he sees me with my family and wishes he had a family that loved him like we like Jack Jr. We love Jack Jr. And we show it on camera and he's in all my videos and stuff. And so that boy might get, I don't know if it's jealous or whatever, but he yearns for love. So you got to really take it in the perspective that you're being watched all around the world. So my hates come from Canada. My hates come from the UK, from Germany, Australia, everywhere, all around the world. I don't know what situation they're in. God help them if they're hungry. That'd be horrible. And I'm sitting here cooking food, and I spend $200 on meat, and I load up the smoker, and I have no issue doing that. But somebody else's situation may be different. They may not have food on the table or something. So I try to. When I dealt with haters, I try to not take it personally. It's just a fact of life. At a certain point, you probably want to consider turning your comment section off just so you have control of your channel and your content and the theme of your show. But yeah, hate's an issue, and we could go on forever. But you can have moderators if you're doing a live broadcast on YouTube. I assign people to moderate my chat room, so they can block people. A lot of people want to talk politics or religion. I don't really get into those two topics on the cooking show. I do have a religious channel. I save all that talk for that channel. I try to stay in my lane for each channel. And so anyway, so that's it. They can't understand the hate. I belong to a group on Facebook. It's all YouTube cooks. We all hang out. Great bunch of guys and girls. Beautiful recipes. They have a heart for YouTube. They love what they do. You can tell. They're not doing it. Some of them aren't. Some of them are making money already, but most of them haven't reached that point yet. And so they have no idea how bad the hate can get. But as you grow, promise you, as you grow, I've had websites made on me. I've had pictures altered with my face put in it. I've had so many things done. So as you grow, the hate will grow. So they haven't seen what I've seen in 12 years. But the way you deal with haters, now you want to leave your comments on. You're getting hate. You're blocking some and you're leaving some, okay? How do you deal with a hateful comment? Somebody can be hateful and constructive and you leave it, okay? How do you deal with negative? I was taught way back when I was managing a country singer, I was taught just let it roll off your back. Anything negative about you or anything you do, let it roll off your back. Don't acknowledge it. Don't throw, if you acknowledge it, that's what they want. Okay. Don't put fuel on the fire. I promise you, I mean, it dissipates over time and it gets tolerable to a point, but yeah, don't respond to any hateful comments. Only respond to positive. It's a rule. Write it on the wall. Only respond to positive comments. Okay? Hateful, critical comments. Oh man, that's the worst chicken sandwich I've ever had, or whatever. I don't know. And just don't get into it. Man, don't get into like a Facebook argument. Facebook arguments are the worst. People just, people, there are some people that will always take the opposite side of the fence. If you say right, they say no, left. If you say black, they say white. So never respond. And over time, the fire goes out. The hate goes to something new. So, and another thing is, like, I've done things, I've said things I shouldn't have. It only lasts a while until the next piece of news pops up. So, whatever's in the news may take attention from what you've done. So you get some hateful stuff and just accept your mistakes. That's another thing. So if you did something stupid, just accept it and move on and learn from that. So hateful comments, bottom line, if you want to leave the comment section on, don't respond to them. Remove them if you want. If they're really hateful, remove them. If it's just derogatory, just get rid of it and block that person, okay? That means they can still watch your channel, but they can't talk. It's like going, shut your mouth. Anyway, so that's my take on haters. And that's this week's video on how to make money on YouTube. This is all a series on, we have a whole playlist. You can send it to people. I've already sent it to like 10 people. People who've said, hey, I'm starting my channel. What do I do? And I send them to this playlist. So next week, we're going to be talking about more stuff. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm kind of building this as we go. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you got some inspiration. I hope you learned a little bit on why my comment section is off. And just know that I love you guys. And without you, I wouldn't be here. Most YouTubers don't realize that. They will as they get older. So I appreciate you guys, okay? Because the viewer is everything. So take care.